Hi, my name is Justin Bogle. I'm the executive chef here at Gilt Restaurant in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. Today we're going to be making a hamachi sashimi with preserved lemon, yogurt, chamomile, and za'atar, all using the Waring spice grinder and food processor. So for the za'atar spice that we're going to be making today, we have our spice mixture here. The za'atar spice is really going to work with the flavors of the dish. We have some preserved lemon, some crispy couscous, like I mentioned, the yogurt snow. They really work well together. It's a Middle Eastern spice mixture, so they're all really going to work combined together. We have dry oregano, a little allspice, some sumac, going to bring a little sour note to the dish, toasted cumin, toasted sesame seeds, and some dry Thai chilies. We're gonna take all of our spices except the toasted sesame seeds. We're gonna leave those for last. We're gonna mix those in at the very end. We're gonna take them all, we're gonna add them to the Waring spice grinder. What's good about the spice grinder is it has a pulse option, so you can really get the consistency that you're looking for. You can have a fine powder, you can have a coarser spice grind. So we're just gonna go ahead and combine everything in the spice grinder. Take all those and we're gonna buzz them into a fine powder. The Waring spice grinder really gives you the power and capacity to take this down to an ultra fine powder, which is really what we're looking for when we're seasoning the fish for this dish. We'll take that, we're gonna add it to the bowl, the fine powder as you can see, and then last we're gonna just add the toasted sesame seeds to the mixture, and then we're just gonna fold those in. And there we have it, our za'atar spice to season our hamachi sashimi. So we're gonna go ahead and make our chamomile infused yogurt snow. First, we're gonna start off by making the chamomile infused yogurt. Here we have a little simple syrup that we infused with dry chamomile. Made a simple syrup, added the dry chamomile, brought it up, let it steep, and that's what we have right here. We also have a little organic Greek yogurt. We're gonna add that to the bowl first. Nice and creamy yogurt. After that, we're gonna add our chamomile infused simple syrup to the mix. So we'll get all that in there. Good with that. We're gonna give it a couple spritz of lemon. Some fresh lemon juice. We'll go with 2 of those. And just a little salt, we'll just season it up. Now we're gonna mix all this together, give it a good whisk, get it really incorporated, get all those flavors in there. All right, we're gonna take our chamomile infused yogurt, we're gonna take that and we're gonna transfer it to just a disposable piping bag. That way we can pipe it easily into the liquid nitrogen and we really don't have any mess. Just pull this up. Twist it off so you don't really have any leaks. We'll just move that out of the way. And then we're gonna go into the liquid nitrogen, which we have here in a bowl. Be careful with liquid nitrogen. If you can get your hands on it, it's really, really cold. So then we're just gonna take a pair of scissors and we're just gonna take the tip off of this pastry bag. And then we're gonna squirt it in here slowly. And it'll automatically freeze. I mean, it's so cold in here that it's just gonna start to freeze instantaneously. Once we have it all in here, we'll just stir it around, let it freeze completely through, and then we'll break it up a little bit before we transfer it to the food processor. As it's going, we'll just break it up. You can see it's starting to freeze into solid pieces like that. But we'll just break it up a little more. That way when we transfer it to the food processor, it'll puree a lot faster into that powder consistency that we're looking for the dish. So we're gonna be using the Waring food processor here. It's 2.5 quarts, 3/4 horsepower. So it's really gonna give us that consistency that we're going for. We're just gonna take the lid off. Be careful with this. Once again, it's very cold. We're gonna transfer the contents of this bowl to the food processor. Put the lid on, lock and load. We can start off with a quick pulse. There's 2 options. You can give it a pulse or continuously running with the on button. So we're just gonna start off with a pulse like that, break it up a little bit, and then we're just gonna go for it. So now that we've pulverized it into our snow consistency, we're just gonna remove the lid. We're gonna take this over here, and we're just gonna take everything out of the bowl. But as you can see, we've taken yogurt, we've frozen it in liquid nitrogen, and then we pulverized it in snow. This is gonna garnish our hamachi sashimi, which we can go ahead and start to plate up. We're gonna start off by just seasoning the fish with a little fleur de sel, nice crunchy salt, bring a little texture to it. We'll continue with the za'atar spice that we made in the Waring spice grinder. We'll just season each little piece of fish individually with the spice mixture. Then we're going to transfer that to our plate, which we have here. Give it a quick wipe. Just arrange them sporadically. There doesn't need to be any order whatsoever. Just have fun with it. Then we'll, little micro chamomile. We used chamomile when we made the yogurt snow that we'll finish the dish with. So we're just gonna reinforce that chamomile with the micro chamomile. Nice grassy little note to the dish. The crispy couscous, which we've cooked like pasta, dehydrated, fried in hot oil so it's nice and crispy. A couple viola flowers on there for some color. Brighten up the dish. Some star flowers. Nice bright red. The baby cucumbers with bloom. Nice little garnish on there. They're beautiful and tasty. We got our preserved lemon puree. Put a couple dots on the plate. A couple on the fish. We have a little chili oil, little heat. And then we're gonna finish the dish with the yogurt snow that we made earlier in the liquid nitrogen and the Waring 2.5 quart food processor. So we've blitzed that into a powder. Then we're just gonna garnish the fish with the snow. So there we go, hamachi sashimi, preserved lemon, yogurt, chamomile, and za'atar spice.